What you guys, got another malware removal video here for you, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the tool called Windows Repair Toolbox, and we're going to see how it fares against malware. Now you guys did ask me to do a malware removal video with this tool to see how it fares when it's all infected on the system, and these types of tools are really great for helping you to download certain programs all in one little application. The problem I've got with these types of tools is once you get malware on the system that's so bad, will the program run, is it going to be functional and stuff like that, and these are the things that you have to take into account when you've infected when you've got an infected machine. Not all machines work the same, and as you can see here we've got a Windows 8 system, and I've just clicked on a load of malware and viruses, and I don't know what I've installed. Okay, thankfully there's no crypto ransomwares on here or nothing like that, so that's not infected all the system with that type of thing, because this would then be end of video. So we have got viruses on here, but I don't know what they are, so we're going to start off with running this tool. Now generally you would run this in safe mode, so we'll try it from the desktop first to see how we fare here. First, let's try and open up Task Manager first and see how that fares. So we've got our Task Manager open here, and that's closed down as you can see there. So now we've got a Task Manager just shut down, and that's not a good sign, because that means it's starting to close programs down and applications, and that's generally what some malware does. And this is the problem I have with types of programs like these that run. So let's just try and open up the internet, see if we can get the internet open here, or the browser open, and the browser's having trouble opening. Let's try once more. Okay, we've got the browser open and it shuts down, as you can see. Okay, so now we've got no browser at the moment and no Task Manager or anything like that. We can't open those up, so you can see it's just closing down. I'm not sure if we've got anything else like let me close that off a second. Let me try and reg edit and see if we've got any of that sort of stuff going on. Okay, we've got the registry editor open, so that's good. Oh, that's shut down as well. So now we're getting no applications opening whatsoever, and that's a big problem, because this probably will not open. And this is the problem you're going to have with these types of programs. Okay, so to get access to the programs inside this program, you need to be able to open it, and as you can see, it's not opening. So let me just run this as administrator. And this is not to belittle the program at all and try to make it look bad. You know, when you get malware on the system, you know, you're going to see problems like this, and it's no good bigging up a tool if it's not functional in this sort of environment. You know, when you've got malware on the system, and as you can see, it's not working. So we need to do something here because we can't run any programs. Now you can't get onto the internet, so we'll try safe mode with networking first. So I'm going to restart the system. And let me just quickly restart here. It's not coming up. Okay, wants to update. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to choose safe mode with networking here. You won't have this option on your screen, but you can set this up if you wish by watching some of my videos. And that will allow us to boot into safe mode with networking very easily, as you can see. Okay, so we're now at safe mode with networking. So here is our program. What we're going to do here is trying to run this as administrator, and you can see it's getting blocked or stopped by something. It won't allow it to run. And even if you just double click on it, it won't allow it. Now you can try to rename these to see whether this will allow you to run it, so we'll try that next. So what I'm going to do here is just go to here, options, and then we will go to show hidden files, folders and drives, and then I'm going to hide extensions for known file types. Take that tick out, and this should allow us to see the extension. So we could try all sorts of things here. Let's try that first. and that's not working, and I don't think it's gonna work really, because it's blocking, something's blocking it. I Explore or Explorer, you can try all sorts, it don't really matter, it's not gonna fire up, I don't think. Okay, so that's not now working, so what we need to do now is try to find out why and download something to try and get some malware off the system first. And that is the problem you're going to face when you're using programs like this. The program is only as good as what the malware is going to allow it to be. I mean, if it can't start, then you can't get access to all the programs inside there. So then you'd have to go ahead and start downloading programs manually anyway. And then what would be the purpose of using a program like this? That's the thing. So once the malware stops a program from running, this is when this becomes a problem. Okay, now this is not to show bad light on this type of program or this program itself. It's just showing you what's happening on the system. I've not made this happen, it's just actually the malware that's created this problem, and I didn't foresee this actually, to be honest, as it happened. So it's just happened to be at this time. So what we're going to do here now is try to find out how we can fix this issue. Now hopefully we can get on the internet from safe mode networking, and we can go bleeping computer, and here we have bleeping computer here. So I mean, really what we want to try and do is we can either download tools manually from here or from other locations. We can go to Malwarebytes itself and try to get a Chameleon maybe. Let's try that. So we'll go to Malwarebytes website here, go to their download section and products, and what we're going to do is look for Chameleon. You can download other stuff as well, but we're trying to download Chameleon and get this to run and see whether this works. So I'm going to drag this onto the desktop and open this up, and we'll drag that onto our desktop here. Okay, so that's now done. Okay, so now what we need to do here is try these extensions to get this to run. Okay, this program to run. Okay, it's started to run. And the first one is starting to run and install Malwarebytes, and that's a real good sign, because that now means we can get Malwarebytes to run on the system and try to clean up some infections on the system. So that's a real good way to get that sorted out. So now we can run our quick scan. So I'm just going to quickly do a scan first to lighten up the load to see if we can get any programs to run. Okay, so that's the scan now complete. Let's remove the selected here. And 209 threats found. Close this off. Let's get rid of some of this stuff on the desktop here if we can. They're all gone. Let's reboot the system to the main desktop here to see if we can get to the desktop. Okay, so what we want to do here is I'm going to run another scan with Malwarebytes. I've downloaded Hitman Pro, and we're going to give those a quick scan also. I'm just going to delete this. So what we're going to do here is run Malwarebytes and see what we find here. Make sure it's up to date. Just make sure it's not missed anything. And we'll quickly run a scan with Hitman Pro also. And we'll let that run. Okay, now while them scans are running, I'm going to quickly come down to the start button here and go to File Explorer. And then we want to go in the C drive here, and I can see some folders here. You can see them slightly grayed out, and the reason why they're grayed out is because they're probably dodgy, and they have got files inside there, as you can well see. These are not good files at all. As you can see here. Okay, that's they shipped 2013. I've not even installed that program on here, so it's definitely something not right with these files. So what we're going to do is remove those from there as well. And the reason why you can see those, if you've changed your folder settings and stuff, you see me change this show hidden files, folders and drives, also hide file extensions. We took the tick out of there. Another good one to just temporarily remove is the operating system files, because sometimes malware does like to put stuff into folders and files and just hide them. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to remove these folders here manually. Once we've got rid of those, we can then go into program data is another area which gets stuff inside, but we're just going to let, I can see optimizer here, that's been emptied. That's that thing there, which is another load of junk. And we're just going to let, while that's running a scan, I'm not going to do too much here. Let the scan do the work, and then we'll just come into app data, see if there's anything inside here. Now you can see there's these areas here, and they've been created recently, as you can see, which is today. All these areas have been created, and there is files inside here. They've probably been, most of the file has been deleted, but we'll remove those because we know they're bad, and some of them have been emptied. It may be just remnants left behind, but we'll just get rid of those there. And it's the same thing with these ones here. You can see these, they're both dodgy. I'm going to remove those as well. Same thing for this one, that's been emptied. So we'll just quickly delete these. Okay, I'm going to remove those. Again, these are remnants from other malwares on their system, so we're just going to quickly remove those. Identities, let's see, that's emptied. Okay, so we'll just get rid of that anyway. Alright, so that's now done there. Let me just quickly see the Malwarebytes scan has been complete here, and there is some stuff that is found. You can see hijacked exe file, and that's probably why them programs wouldn't run. You can see, so we're just going to remove those. So I'm going to say no to that at the moment and reboot in a second. And you can see there's loads of stuff here as well. That's got stuff on. So we'll just remove all this stuff. I need to just quickly activate here. Okay, and let's remove this. We'll remove these from the system. Click next, and now we need to reboot, so we'll do that right now. Okay, so we've finished with those two for now, and you can see the system is already functioning a lot better than it was. I mean, we couldn't even open up the task manager or anything, and just from a couple of little scans you can see we're already getting the system back. So it just goes to show you how powerful these malware removal tools are nowadays. So they do quite a good job at removing malware from the system. Now there is tons of stuff probably left on here to do. We'll just quickly finish off this little look inside here. Local, just want to check inside here, and you can see loads of crap inside here. So I'm just going to get rid of all this. Okay, so what I want to do here now is I'm going to just quickly see if there's anything in here. We've got the super optimize, we're going to get rid of that. Okay, don't need that desktop icon. The next thing we want to do really is to have a little look at some other scanners that we can use. So let's check out Panda. Panda Cloud Scanner maybe. Let's have a look here. I'm going to download this. And we'll drag this onto our desktop here. And run that. We'll get this installed. Now again, you want to try and use as many programs as possible. Now there's some options here, as you can see on the advanced tools. You can kill all processes, unlock files, and send files to Panda. Advanced area here, you can see here only advanced users recommended this option because it's highly technical. So you can activate a trusted boot scan if you wish, like rootkits and stuff, if you want to do that. And we'll run a scan here and see what happens. Okay, so that's the actual scan now complete, and you can see here we've got some elements found on the system. And what we can do here is we can clean all this stuff up. So we're just going to quickly clean all this stuff. Okay, that's the scan now complete, and as you can see here we've got some elements that's been found on the system, so we can click these and we can see here potentially on multi-program. We're going to get rid of that, and also there's some other bits and pieces here that you can look for when you're looking inside here, and we're just going to remove these policies. Okay, let me just see. Just get rid of all this stuff and then clean this up, and then once that's clean we can then move on to something else. Now ADW Clean is a great tool for removing any pups and stuff, so that's what we'll probably do next. Okay, that's us back at the desktop, and I'm going to run ADW Cleaner now. Now another thing that people say to me is, do I use this method when I'm cleaning computers myself? And Filebar's recovery scanner is something I do at the beginning and then go on from there. So I do slightly different ways of doing things. It depends on the system really, and depends on the task in hand. Like we had no programs running, so we had to do something there. But yeah, slightly different in ways really. So we're going to quickly run a scan here of the system with ADW Clean, and this should pick up all the remnants of pups and stuff like that. Now again, this is not the full process. You would need to make sure, if you've got some people have other issues like network problems where they can't get on the internet, and browser issues, redirects, and you'd have to deal with all those. Okay, so it just depends on whether you're getting those issues on your computer. Obviously I can't replicate everything that someone is going to go through when they get malware, because every malware is different. So it's just a case of dealing with what I've got on this system. So you can see it's found some other stuff here, so we'll just get rid of all this junk on the system, and you can see some bits and pieces. So we're going to go through here and just check these, Firefox and also Chrome, and then clean this up. And it wants to restart again, so I'll quickly do that. Okay, so that's us back at the desktop, and what you can do here is, if you wanted to make sure, you could reset all your browsers and stuff. If you're having issues, I would advise you to wipe your browser back to default settings, just like so, and you can do that for all your browsers really, and that's going to help you make sure there's nothing left inside your browser. It's going to reset that back, and it's a good thing to do if you're having issues with your browser. And to do it into Internet Explorer here is straightforward. You can just reset this as well and delete all your personal settings. Make sure all that's done, and then you can empty all your restore points if you wish, and you should know how to do all that, and just make sure all they're gone, and then you should be okay. So just make sure you check with loads of other programs, and there is other programs you can use. You see me do videos on those programs as well. I'm not going to sit here and go through every single program, but basically this system is more functional and back up and running, whereas everything was closing down before. Anyway, so I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Hopefully we'll get a chance to give that tool another go on another system and another day, and hopefully we can get that running. Anyway, so my name is Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I hope these videos help you out, guys. If you enjoy them, hit the thumbs up, and also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep up to date. That is when I upload new videos. And also, if you've got any other problems with your computers, you can always head over to the forums and post on there, or any video requests, or you want to chat to me, then you can always get me over on my forum. Okay, anyway, thanks again for watching. Bye for now.